We've got a lot of gameplay and news for Season 25 to cover, so let's get straight onto it and look at the new heirlooms, the new select animations, some secret gameplay tips, and a lot more. Let's jump straight into it. First of all though, we all know that the bowcheck bow is coming out of the care package and getting a rework where it can shoot explosives, but the weapon that's replacing it in the care package is the triple take. It's been moved in and it's got some weird changes. To start off, it's gone from 66 to 69 damage, and also it's red rarity. But here's the crazy thing. Now the triple take has a gun shield generator, which is the first of its kind on a sniper-like weapon. This is pretty big for doing dodgy peeks, so that is what is replacing the bow check. We will cover more weapon balancing in a minute, but Respawn are doing something pretty crazy next season with special select animations, as they're adding the ability to select and deselect special select animations from your skins. So say a few months ago you bought this Loba skin that had a special select animation. Well, now you can put this select animation on any Loba skin, which is pretty huge. This will only work on certain skins though. Skins like Voidwalker obviously won't be able to have their select animation transferred to other skins, as the select animation is dependent on some aspects of the skin, such as the helmet opening. But interchangeable select animations are going to be a great change, and it's going to make some skins a lot more worth it. And to go with this change, Season 25 is bringing a load of skins with special select animations, and they're some of the best select animations I've ever seen. One of these new skins is for Alta, and it's called Rebel Devil, and she has a really awesome new select animation where she does not look at an explosion, because cool guys don't look at explosions. Additionally, Ashley's going to be getting her best skin ever in my opinion, called Lace Lethality, where she has a very well animated select animation and also a really cool looking face. Pathfinder's going to be getting a skin called Captain Mech, which has a select animation which is a reference to Gundam. I think this might be the best select animation ever added to the game, and from what it seems right now, these select animations can be applied to any of the Legends other skins. Further staying on the topic of skins, for the next battle pass, the reactive skin is going to be a nemesis covered in crystals kind of. It's strange how this one evolves, but honestly, I'm very impressed. As you can see, this is what the gun looks like at the start, and it slowly turns into this. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I prefer this over Flames any day of the week. Within the same battle pass, the two legend skins will be for Valk and also Vantage. They have some really cool skins. They look a bit basic at first glance, but when you start seeing how much of the skin moves around and vibrates and floats, you start to realize these are pretty cool, and it's Respawn pushing the boundaries for how skins are made. We haven't really seen skins that literally have floaty bits that actually actively move, so I'm very impressed with both of these skins, and also the arm models look fantastic. Also, yesterday we heard that Respawn are kind of reworking ranked and the rewards, and adding a new system where every single weekend there's going to be a ranked rumble, and if you do consistently well, you will get a skydive trail as a reward, and this is our first look at the new skydive trail, which will be released as a ranked reward, which is also pretty cool. One thing that won't be a reward, you'll have to buy it, is the Pathfinder heirloom recolor. Yes, it's coming out next season. We briefly saw it in a few promotional screenshots yesterday, but now we have some actual gameplay, and it may have one of the funniest animations ever. This is what they look like. They are inspired by Artemis, as they have some of the Belva branding on them, which is pretty cool. I guess it's a good reference to the season they're releasing in. And of course, they have new animations. The first new animation involves Ash's pet rat. I don't know how Pathfinder got his hands on it, but as you can see in the animation, the rat is innocently exploring the gloves, and then they accidentally go off because I think he bites them or something, and the rat just gets thrown. This is brilliant. This is the next new animation where he just simply rotates his hands a bit and then does some boxing moves, and it does kind of keep to the theme that these are boxing gloves, because I feel like despite being boxing gloves, we don't have enough animations referencing that. The next new animation we're getting actually puts a filter on the screen. Pathfinder pulls out a fedora, inspects it, messes around with it, and does some tricks, and then it falls off his arm, of course, because he can't do anything right apparently. This is a reference to his backstory and the noir theme within his backstory, which is nice to keep up. We don't know if these are going to be sold in a milestone event or a collection event at the minute. We don't really know too many details surrounding the event they're going to be sold in, apart from the fact that it does seem like these skins are from the same event as Pathfinder's boxing gloves. As well as this, my favorite reactive is returning with a recolor next season. The G7 reactive from season 6 is being recolored into a very brown theme and is going to be resold again. Once again, we don't know if this is going to be sold in a milestone event or it's going to be sold at the bottom of the store for exotic shards, but still nice to see this recolor knocking about. Before before we keep talking about cosmetics, let's talk about the next legend because we got some gameplay of his passive and it's absolutely insane. First of all, here's his finisher where he uses a football and then just smashes whoever he's killing in the face, and you can also see some of his skins in this animation. But here is his passive, which is the double jump, and this thing is absolutely insane. It works similar to the Ash dash where you can see this bar at the bottom which represents if you have a jump ready and how long it's going to be until the jump recharges. And the jump is essentially a vertical version of the Ash dash. And the intricacies of the double jump are quite interesting because essentially he has two versions of his double jump. His double jump when double jumping just in the air, and then his double jump when climbing up a wall. First of all, obviously his double jumping in the air is just the ability to double jump. It's nothing mind blowing, you know what it is. But when climbing a wall, he gets this prompt, which allows him to use his double jump to launch himself up the wall, which is pretty interesting and is going to be huge for getting high ground, which you need on this legend. And as you can see from this indicator, he won't start charging a new double jump until he has both feet on the ground. This seems like it's going to be pretty balanced for a double jump, and it seems like the wall jump is going to have pretty good movement potential. Although in my opinion, it's a massive shame his wall jump doesn't lean more into wall running. I think it would be cooler if he could attach himself to a wall and then launch himself horizontally off it, because that would basically be diet wall running. Before we talk about new balance changes, let's look at some smaller things coming in this update. This is what the new lobby looks like. It looks fantastic. I like that they removed the banners, honestly. It gives them a lot more creativity potential. This is the new skin locker user interface, which I think was slightly redesigned to make room for the animations tab where you can select animations. These right here are the Sparrow upgrades which he is going to release with. This is a new Sparrow banner pose, which is absolutely awesome because it doesn't show him, it shows his cat, so it's going to look like you were killed by a cat. And then this is the newly added golden sniper stock, which gives fast handling, aim drift reduction, fast reload time, and no movement penalty while the weapon is drawn, which is absolutely crazy. Like, if you see this, I think you have to pick up a sniper just because you found the golden sniper stock. Additionally, it does seem like the Sentinel is taking on the accelerator. The bow check balance changes are that it's going from 75 body damage to 55 and from 120 headshot to 88 when coming out of the care package. The Havoc seems to be going from 21 damage to 19. The Wingman is going to be able to take on the laser sight, which is definitely cursed to look at, and also it seems to have an improved fire rate. Respawn definitely want to get the Wingman back in people's minds because seriously, these are some good buffs. Definitely check it out. And then here's a bit more context to how Sparrow's ultimate works. Essentially, he shoots an arrow which works off LOS. So the arrow will only zap you if you're in its line of sight, which is very interesting. It seems to have several blasts of small amounts of damage, but you seem to have multiple arrows as Sparrow. Honestly, to me, from like a surface level looking into this, it doesn't seem very balanced. It seems very powerful and very oppressive. So I can't wait to use it. And to be honest, we all know that Respawn do like releasing legends OP because then people will want to play the legends, and then slowly nerfing the legend does allow Respawn to keep these legends semi-powerful and semi in higher spots. So I can't wait to play Sparrow. But honestly, next season's looking very packed. I am very disappointed that we aren't getting a map update, especially after rumors that Olympus was going to get a map update. Olympus has been my favorite map since the millisecond it released, so I was kind of excited for that. But still, it seems we're getting a fair amount of content this season, and I'm happy Respawn are adding value to skins with the new animations tab and more special select animation skins. This is just straight up value because special select animation skins tend to cost the same amount as normal skins. Anyway, subscribe because I'm going to be streaming the new season early soon.